no holding back, no stepping stones, no broken promises, no busy tones. Just what it takes, just make believe. No one belongs to anything. I've seen the lies, I've seen the lies, I've seen the lies.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Lead Live. It is Tuesday morning, and we are prepping for a very big day today. There's lots of news and notes to get to this morning. But first, you got to remember to take your car down to Ken Stopel Ford. I just took my car over to Napa. Julie Davis walking in. She's on scene. Took my car over to Napa this morning, and they could change my windshield wipers, but I took my car over to Ken Stopel Ford for all my service needs, and I have needs. It's time to get the oil changed. It's time to do the service checkup, and I'm going to go over to Quick Lane and have that done. They're the guys who take care of it for you. Quick Lane over at Ken Stopel Ford. Make an appointment today or check out their mobile service van. Give them a call at 830-257-5557. They'll come to you. They'll come to you at the Convention and Visitors Bureau. They'll come to you over at Kerr County African Title Company. They'll come to you into the hills and Gibson's. We're all in the house today. Julie Davis, you're late.
I know.
What happened to you?
I did radio shows. Actually, I pulled up at 9.
At 9?
My book, that's on time.
That's on time.
Radio show slowed me down.
There it is. Okay.
Or are you that teacher, like, if you're not 30 seconds early,
if your
you're
butt's
late.
not in that seat 30 seconds into this thing, you're out. You're out. Go to the appointment. Go to the doctor.
Well, I think you should park your car at Gibson's. Have Ken Stopel work on it. Spend your time in Gibson's.
That's true. That's a good plug. I love it.
Keeps you busy. Why
one of the
sit around
number one
bored?
tourist attractions in America is Gibson's Discount Center.
Popular. I saw some visitation data on it yesterday with our new platform that we're getting training on, and I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah.
It is a place to go check out things.
It is.
So. Those were our sponsors, by the way. You were just watching. They're all very, very excited. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Tuesday. Andrew Gay is in the bullpen waiting to go. We're going to have him up and running.
He's always on time.
Always on time. Andrew Gay, are you there? Can we hear you, Andrew Gay?
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Andrew Gay. Good to have you here, Andrew. How are you? What's new in the world?
I'm doing just fine. Good morning. There's a lot happening this morning. We got a busy morning in the markets.
But first off, though, how excited were you yesterday for when we talked to our friend? Now I'm forgetting her name. Loretta.
Whitesides.
Whitesides. Did you guys do a podcast with her yesterday too, or what was the deal?
Actually, no. We're scheduled to meet up with her again Thursday.
Oh, very nice.
But
yeah, she was great, huh?
She's a neat lady.
Yeah, fanboy for sure.
Yeah, you were fanboying all over the place. So
yeah, I love it. I love anything that has to do with science or space like that. It's someone that has that kind of experience and can really talk about that stuff, not just intellectually and practically, but also from their actual experience. It's incredible.
Yesterday, they announced the 4 astronauts they're going to do the first the Artemis 2 mission, which they announced it as we were on the show yesterday, and I failed to get that updated. But it's there's 4 astronauts they're gonna orbit the moon. I guess they're gonna go around the moon and they're gonna look at landing spots, and then they won't actually walk on the moon. That'll be another group. But it was kind of exciting. They were at the Final Four last night as UConn absolutely crushed San Diego State. So, it's kind of an exciting time when you look at all this sort of space stuff that's going on, and then to have someone like Loretta come in. And then I just got an email from somebody else saying, "Hey, I'm an expert coming on. I'm coming here too." You know, like all these people are now starting to show up. We're almost like to the day a year away.
Yeah.
Yeah, April 8th, right?
Yeah, well, we almost had a tragedy here.
So, I know. I almost spilled my coffee.
Yeah.
We almost had a loud crashing Yeti and coffee everywhere.
Yes. Well, yes.
Sorry.
And don't damage my Sasquatch, by the way, either.
Yeah, and it was on a bandana. There was a lot happening.
A lot going on.
Sorry, Andrew.
That is a.
I know it's loud on the metal, so I was trying to be quiet.
It's okay.
Well, I would say bring all of those people on your show. I think that
everybody should.
Well, I'm a little biased there, but.
Kerrville Shiner Park opened their reservations for the eclipse. I think yesterday or today.
And they're going to jack the prices up too because they're smart. So yeah, they're gonna make some. They're gonna raise some.
I'm sure the inn plans to give a deal, like a discount.
$69.99 a night, right?
No. Yeah.
Go rent a TP.
Turn me on.
There you are. You're on.
I'm still not
I think
on.
that was me. You turned on. Yeah.
Chad Porter's here. EasterFest is this weekend, Andrew, and you're part of that group, right?
Yes, I'm on the steering committee. The current class, which Chad is a part of, is the one that's responsible for it. But I definitely will make an appearance there with my wife and possibly some of her family. So we're really excited about that. There's going to be plenty of vendors and car show and Easter egg hunt and extravaganzas.
Stop it. We banned that word. We banned that from being a part of the thing. So you got to stop that.
Oh, you better let a lot of other groups know.
I know. Well, there's like 67 extravaganzas this weekend. So.
All right. Oh, and I didn't even mention the chili cook-off. That's a big part of it too. So I got to do some of the testing last year for I got to judge like beans and I don't know, like ribs or something, but phenomenal food.
Yeah,
people know what they're doing.
I would do that. Give me some Beano and I'll take it.
You'll do the bean job. I mean, your wife's out of town.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. I can just go home and just be by myself. So
well, then you don't need any Beano.
That's true.
Eat all the beans you want.
True. That's right.
What's going on in the market?
Yeah, what's going on in the market? Look at Julie's in charge of the show today, everybody.
Yeah. So. All right, she's administrating.
I want to make sure we have time to talk to Doug and Chad, and I don't know who's next to me, but I want to talk to her.
It's Katie Taylor. She works for the Kim Clarkson Mafia.
Oh, nice. Okay, great.
I didn't know we were a mafia, but okay.
Kim Clarkson's mom. So.
The mob.
Oh, she's not. I thought you said she was the mom. I was like, she's not her mom. I know that.
Okay, all right. Give us some notes.
Got it.
All right.
Got it. Andrew Gayer with Texas Hill Country Advisors. We offer securities and investment advisory services through Next Financial Group, member FINRA SIPC. And this is your market update for, it's not Monday. It's not Monday anymore.
It's Tuesday.
But it is April 4th.
Those things happen,
Tuesday,
Andrew.
right?
It's okay. I'm lucky I can even publish on half the time.
Okay.
So.
Look, I didn't know it was the 4th, so you're ahead of me. I just knew it was Tuesday.
All of us, so.
Okay, so all three major U.S. stock indexes closed as a mixed bag yesterday, with the Dow and S&P notching gains and the NASDAQ closing lower. But they seem to be kind of bouncing around and not really doing a whole lot. And most of that's because of the data that is set to be released. Markets are closed Friday. We get an unemployment rate and the payrolls numbers for March. That's a big deal. And a lot of that's going to speak to what the Fed is really going to look at doing as far as their path forward for hiking interest rates. And to that point, JP Morgan, there was a strategist from JP Morgan, Mario Kolanovic, called for the equity markets or the stock market to test the 2022 lows as continued bank turbulence, oil price shock, and potential slowing growth weigh on markets. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. One of the things Gilbert and I have been talking about is that is very likely a scenario to play out if we get some slowing growth in the economy. It's been robust up to this point, with unemployment not really budging a whole lot. Higher interest rates have done other things to other parts of the market, but the labor market remains strong. So we'll see how that plays out. And most of that was their call on that was for the next few months. So we're just going to have to kind of be patient. And, as emotional beings, we like things right now, instant gratification, but unfortunately that's not how markets work. So we'll just kind of see how that parses out over the next coming months. There was some U.S. manufacturing data yesterday that showed a drop to the lowest level in 3 years. And on one hand, that is good for inflation, maybe you could say. But on the other hand, that speaks to possible slowing growth in the economy, like I was just kind of talking about. Oil was the big story yesterday, with a little bit of a price shock there from OPEC announcing a surprise cut of about 1 million barrels a day of production after their 2 million barrels a day production cut at the end of last year. They plan on starting that by May. So oil surged up 6%, and that was the biggest surge since Russia invaded Ukraine in February of last year.
Do you think dude is doing that to raise the money for the line, the big city they're building? I mean, that's got to be really expensive, to build a city. So.
One of the things that Gilbert mentioned yesterday when we were on your show was, those guys, they're not, it's not America. The company, the countries that participate in OPEC, in that cartel, and you kind of have to be cautious about what they say because sometimes it's just words.
Right.
It's just air. So what can happen in reality versus what they're saying up front can be two totally different things. I don't know if, this sparked debates about whether or not oil is going to reach $100 a barrel again. I don't really think that that's too likely. I mean, it's obviously a possibility, but I don't think it's a probability just because, I mean, maybe like at $90 range, somewhere in there, but I don't know about 100 again, because, we get the initial shock and the initial reaction, which is emotional, right? And then usually it'll settle out somewhere in the middle there. So that's what's happening. There's going to be, the big thing this week, like I already mentioned, is unemployment and the job payroll number that's going to be coming out Friday when the markets are closed. So it'll have a long weekend to kind of digest that before markets open back up with that data come next Monday.
As always, it's always good to talk to Andrew to give us the good news and the bad news and all the news about what's going on in the financial markets. As always, visit Texas Hill Country Advisors today. There's the QR code right there on the left-hand side of your screen that you can just go ahead and scan, and you can go talk to those guys today. So, Andrew, thanks for joining us. We'll see you. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Lewis. Chad and Katie, knock it out of the park.
Knock it out of the park, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Andrew Gay, again, thank you so much for joining us. Now we turn things over to the one, the only, she scored a big victory last week. And I ran into your people, by the way. Did you know that? I ran into your people at the Napoleon Dynamite weirdness.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they were over there. You weren't there, though.
Those are my people.
Those are your people. You didn't go to the Napoleon Dynamite.
I didn't. I was working. I worked a travel show in Dallas.
Oh, that's right. You were in Dallas.
Yeah,
I forgot all about that.
I got to go up on stage for that.
Ooh.
Oh, did I get a picture of you?
I don't know. I threw the steak and I missed.
Oh,
Hand-eye coordination is not my thing.
I missed it. I was yeah. Okay, now I know where I was at then when I missed that part.
Okay,
yeah, I was outside dealing with somebody. So, yeah.
Wait, let's circle back around.
Is he working security or something?
Yeah, I was working with.
I'm going to move us back forward again. No, I wasn't there, but you met the Arsenal group, right?
Yeah.
They came.
Well, I
into
didn't
Kerrville.
recognize them at first because
they
they
came
were
into Kerrville just for that event.
Right, because the one guy like stripped off his shirt and he's like all tatted up, and I didn't notice him before.
Tatted up. He was worried about people seeing them at the presentation Tuesday. It was hysterical.
It's normal.
I know.
It's part of.
He was like, "Wait, did I turn my hand that way?" And they saw the one up in the palm of my hand. I was like, "It's okay."
They didn't see.
It's okay.
They didn't see Joe Herring. I mean, Joe Herring. When Joe Herring rips his shirt off, he's like
tattoos everywhere.
He's got like a big anchor tattoo on his chest.
I thought so.
Yeah, I knew it.
So.
What's going on? And we have things going on.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we have things and stuff all week long. What's on your what do you have on your mind today as far as stuff and things?
Me, I need Easter stuff for everybody coming over. But okay, let's talk more positive. Apparently, there's a holiday this weekend, and everyone expects me to feed them. Okay, every Wednesday we have Kerr County Produce Market Day, so don't forget about that. Friends of the Library book sale is every Wednesday. Thursdays, you have Sprouts, which is the preschool reading program over at the Riverside Nature Center, which is great. Every Saturday, Heart of the Hills Saturday Farm and Market from 9 to 1 in front of the mall. All right, I want to get those out first because I always forget them because this list goes alphabetical. And then if I use the app, things are on there twice because they happen more than one day. All right. Problems Julie's has. Wild West Wine Wednesday is this Wednesday at Museum of Western Art. Always the first Wednesday of the month, 5:30 to 7. They're going to have red wines this month from Untamed Wine Estates. So I've never heard of that one.
I'd literally just heard about that at a soccer game Saturday.
I should go to soccer games.
I was going to say, wait a second. What kind of soccer game was this?
Hey, don't worry about it.
Basketball never talked about wine.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Do you want me to embellish?
Sure.
Okay, so apparently they make like pizzas and spaghetti sauces and stuff, and they infuse their wines in with their sauces and foods.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you talked about it. That's really cool.
Apparently, it's amazing.
Okay.
It's the best pepperoni pizza these people have ever eaten.
Wow.
Really?
Well, so
Got me jazzed.
you can go enjoy samples for free and network and have a little presentation there. And, of course, check out the Museum of Western Art from 5:30 to 7 on Wednesday. Yeah, 5:30 to 7 on Wednesday.
Wild Wine Wednesdays.
Yes. You forgot the West. It's
the West.
They
Wild
had to
West
add another
wine.
W in there for all of us.
www.
Let's see. The 6th and 7th is Clue, the high school edition, happening at the Arcadia Live Theater, which is presented by the Hill Country Micro School students. One-on-one with a naturalist on Friday. I wonder if they're still having that, if it's Good Friday. I guess they are. They gave us the date, so I guess so.
It's always a good day to talk about nature.
Just go anyway.
Yeah, right.
If they're not there, you'll enjoy the nature center. Right. 10 to 12, a certified natural master naturalist is there to help answer one-on-one questions. So it's just come and go. You can ask him different things about your yard. Like, I want to know why the $100 I spent on wildflower seeds did nothing. But I'm a little late. I have a ton of verbena, which I didn't plant because I already had those guys. But that's all right. I'm bitter this year.
Problems, Julie.
I'm bitter. I'm having a rough week.
Sounds like Julie needs her own show.
I do.
She does.
I do. Yeah. I'm working on it.
Frustrations with Julie.
It has a ring.
Yeah.
Okay. John's like, I live that show.
I live that show.
First Friday Wine Share is this week on Friday from 6 to 7:30 at the Stretch Zone. So you could have your wine and be ready.
All right. And get stretched.
Exactly. Easter Hill Country Bike Tour is this weekend too, Friday through Saturday. I think you could probably still ride. Actually, it says Friday through Saturday, but it says 3 days of riding. So I think we have something wrong. But I think you can still sign up. If not, it's important for all of our residents just to know.
Just to do it.
The hills will be alive with cyclists. So watch out for those guys.
Right.
They deserve your courtesy. Let them by. Blooms and Barrel Plant Sale is this weekend on Saturday at the Kerr County Hill Country Youth Event Center.
And that sells out quick, as Leslie noticed yesterday. So.
It's a tax-free sale.
Yeah.
Native and adapted ornamental plants, herbs, veggies, 55-gallon rain barrels, and the Garden Shed Resale Shop.
All that and more. Resurrection
celebration at the Coming King Scriptural Prayer Garden on Saturday from 9 to 5. There's a walk through Easter and egg hunt at Trinity Baptist Church at 10 o'clock. Oh, my goodness. I left them off of my radio shows when I listed all the places to go.
Oh, no.
I didn't have them marked. I'm so sorry. I'm going to say them
twice.
Our shows are Trinity
bigger.
Baptist Church.
Our show's much bigger. Nobody listens to the radio anymore. I'm just telling you.
I just listed all the places really quick because you don't have much time, and I didn't see that one. Okay. There's also an Easter egg hunt at Bridget's Basket. I'm also not going to go into the details on all of these. Ridge Marketplace, I'm in a Salvation Army Croc Center has something going on. I'm going to skip y'all because we're going to talk about you, but they have something big too. Zion Lutheran Church, I'm going to go to the typical egg hunts first.
You said it, not me.
Yeah. Okay. Traditional. Hosanna Lutheran Church and Blue Oak Trading has something for grown-ups.
Grown-up egg hunt. I'm in for that.
I'm sorry. That was a lead into something else. Blue Oak Trading is still for children. Plastic eggs hidden in the yard, it says. Okay, but for grown-ups who don't want an Easter egg hunt, you can go to Laugh Therapy at Arcadia Live Theater on Saturday.
And bring your own Easter candy. I love Easter candy, by the way.
I do too.
So
I cannot wait. Look, it's my favorite holiday.
If I would have known, I would have stole some from my kids to bring to you this morning.
Do you have any robin eggs?
Yeah.
No robin eggs.
Why do Reese's taste better when they are shaped?
I don't know.
Like an egg. I don't know.
It's the ratio to peanut butter to chocolate.
It's gotta be.
Maybe
That's
so.
gotta be it.
All right, I'm almost done. I have 3 more things.
All right, go.
I'm so sorry. It's a lot going on. Easter at Mo Ranch is Sunday at 7:30. They have a sunrise service. They also have their buffet lunch, but the sunrise service there is beautiful.
That sounds good.
If you haven't been out there. And then there's a resurrection service again at the Coming King Sculpture Prayer Garden at 7:30. And then Zion Lutheran Church has a 9 and 11 service. And actually probably all of our churches have something. They just didn't submit them to us. So I don't want to leave anybody out. But there you go.
All right.
My work here is done.
Work here is done. We'll have more. A few more will probably come up before the end of the week, I'm sure.
Yes. And I did not mention the Easter chili cook-off, but we obviously have that every year at Flat Rock Park, and we're going to get into that more, so stay tuned.
Right. Thank you, Julie Davis.
Thank you.
More for you. News and notes before we get started this morning. The Kerrville Independent School District is expected to name a new superintendent this afternoon. They have a lone finalist that they're looking at. They talked to 3 last week. They took them up to Comanche Trace to have dinner, and then pepper them with more questions. This is part of a 2 or 3 week process, including.
Speak of the Easter Bunny.
Speaking of.
He watches the show.
Somebody was checking out the show.
The Easter Bunny.
Look at that! You got robin eggs.
Yes.
Congratulations! Look at
I'm
Dalton.
so
Dover.
excited. You don't
Asking
even
you shall
know.
receive.
Napa
Thank
Auto
you,
Parts
Dalton
delivers.
Bunny.
Yeah.
But I think Doug's got something holding in his hand, so we'll get to that here in a minute.
I know. I think he
It's
has little
not
kid
candy.
clothes, which
Yeah,
I'm
it's
also
not
excited
candy.
about.
Sorry.
Apparently, you're going to get cavities just from what he's going to say.
Yeah.
Because
Yay.
what
It's
was
so sweet.
The
It's so
dentist,
sweet.
the dentist can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Sorry.
But no, that's all
Dalton,
right.
took over.
Dalton took over. It was great. So the school district will name their
cares what a
lone
superintendent? I
finalists.
got Robin Eggs.
You got Robin Eggs. That's all that matters.
No, I'm sorry.
The,
if they're gonna name them today or her, it could be her.
Could be anybody.
Them.
Yeah. So I'm kind of picking middle-aged white guy, but that's just me. So, but we'll see. They
Is
may
that a school
surprise
board
us.
meeting that they?
It's at 5:00 today. We'll have a live coverage of that today. Also, today, Roman Garcia venturing out today at 11:30 to speak to the Democrats. The Kerrville City Council candidate, who is the beneficiary of an attack ad claiming that Len Guerrero and falsely claiming that Len Guerrero and Jeff Harris are Democrats, is reaching out to the Democrats himself, and he will speak to them there. The women have told me that they're still not sure he's going to come. So he's accepted the invitation to come and speak to them, and we'll see if that happens or not. We'll be over there this morning, this afternoon, with hanging out there and teasing the poor Democratic women. So I did that last time. I asked them if this is the lesbian Marxist meeting. And,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they like that. They thought that was great. So
Sit over here and eat some ramen.
yeah, you
eggs.
better.
Yeah, right.
Julie's like, don't make me part of this show.
I am gonna eat ramen eggs.
Talking
Do
about
it.
tourist attractions, the Kerrville State Hospital's maximum security wing will begins opening this week. So
Hey, it's a gated community.
it's a gated community. It is a gated
gated.
community. It's actually
It's on a hill. It has a view.
It has a view, and you know what? And it has a nice view from the maximum security wing. So
And it's a major employer.
It's a major employer. Here's the thing with it, right? This is fascinating. It makes no sense to me why they did it this way, but they basically renovated these buildings for like $40 million, right? This is how the state works, I guess. And so they're going to have about 70 maximum security patients. You know, not inmates; they're patients. They're there because they've been found not guilty by reason of insanity. But these are severely mentally ill people. So we got a tour of the facility last week and walked through it, and it's what you would expect from a maximum security facility. Maybe without. It has a lot of, there's no padded rooms or anything like that. That's not something they do anymore, but highly secure. And, it is gated with a perimeter fence around that particular one inside of the campus. So that is a fairly open campus, quite frankly, at the state hospital.
Did you take your niece on that?
I did. She was terrified.
I heard she was terrified.
Oh my gosh.
But did she come out less terrified?
Yeah.
Like feeling a better
I
understanding?
did tell you
of
this
how it
story though.
works?
My brother, I called my brother. So I'm taking Sydney over to the state hospital. About 5.5 hours later, he calls just to clarify. It wasn't for a medical issue.
He's like,
was it?
she's okay, right?
Yeah, thanks for your prompt
5 hours
response.
later.
Yeah, jeez.
Sounds like a dad to me.
Yeah,
No
so
offense,
she was not thrilled with the idea once we got there, and basically it was like. We were with a tour with the NAMI people, the National Association of Mental Illness, and they were very in the weeds about a lot of the stuff, and I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, this is cool.
I think the leadership class usually goes there every year.
Do
Y'all
you?
doing that
Have you guys
this
been
year?
there?
We did not go
Did not
to
go
Oh.
there.
state
Yeah,
hospital. They
So-
figured I was crazy enough.
I
They
guess
might,
so.
I might not
You
leave.
might not make
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
right.
Your husband put in a request.
It's actually
I wouldn't doubt it.
a fascinating place to go and kind of tour and visit.
It
and,
is.
and
I'm a little disappointed you guys didn't see it.
Yeah.
To
that was really
me,
my first time on the campus, quite frankly. So
Yeah, it opens your eyes to how it works.
the
I think it's a
Houston
good
Chronicle wrote a story about how, this thing's basically empty, and they don't have enough employees. It's like, well, they don't have enough employees. They left out the part that Kerrville's really expensive. And
No housing.
There's no housing, and that's another issue that they're dealing with. And it's going to be a significant issue for the time for the time to come.
I know they
And-
have a lot of people that drive in from San
Well,
Antonio.
basically, if you think about it, so 70 people, right, are going to be housed there or cared for there. And those 70 people, they need to have, basically, at the end of the day, they're going to have to, it takes 3 people for every one patient,
wow.
To be cared for. So that is more than 200 employees had to be added. And I think they're down 100 positions already. So they need to hire 300 people. And remember, we knew this before the pandemic, that Peterson and the state hospital alone, who are two of our biggest employers, if not the biggest employers, were facing these issues already.
Yeah,
so
I bet the VA's in the same boat as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they're in that same boat. So that's what's going on this morning with things. We'll have more and stuff. We released the survey of our poll this morning. Our survey, we had Survey Sunday. And let me tell you, now I got a note from somebody who's like, "Well, if Hartley Blue put up his audience, we'd be losing 80-20." I don't think so. We found out that our viewer, our readers. Now we sent out an email on Sunday to about 3,900 people. We had about 35-40%, between 35 and 37% open rate on that, and then about a 7% click through. So we got these numbers. So, and I don't think this is actually, I don't see this going to happen. But our people that responded, they were picking Lang, Guerrero, and Jeff Harris for the city council 80-20. 80% were voting for Lang, 20%. I don't think it's going to be that wide. That'd be crazy. But I do think there is a scenario in there where it's 60-40 or 55, 45 in that range for Lang and Jeff. That I could see that happening, because if you go back and you look at the math over the last few times that these really conservative candidates have run, that's basically been the margin they've lost by. So. The elected officials, the commissioner's court, by the way, is really unpopular. They got a score of 1.4 among those who pay to receive our newsletter, with 50% of my respondents giving it a 0. The non-paying subscribers, though, they were a little bit more generous. They gave it a 2.3. So with 38% of respondents giving it a 0. The city council, though, had a score of 7. And 56% saying that they gave it was the scale of 0 to 10. 56% saying that it was 8 or better. The weak spot was the perceptions about Roman Garcia, who earned a 1.9 personal rating among my readers. The power rankings: who is the most liked elected officials of our 10 that we kind of deal with on a daily basis here? Do you have any guesses there?
I don't.
Not
getting in on
you're
that
not getting, you're not getting in.
But I also don't have a guess. I didn't open the survey, I'll be honest.
You didn't open the survey? See? You didn't. It's all right. It's okay. 7.9 for Judy Eichner.
Oh,
and 7.9 for Joe Herring Jr.
I was going to say Joe.
Yeah. Well, clearly he's got back tattoos, by the way, so right. It might be okay.
Well, he's anchored down.
He's anchored. Yeah, he's anchored.
He's got a big K
right.
on the back.
Brenda Hughes and Kim Clarkson, 7.6. Scores. Judge Kelly, 6.8. And then the bottom half was Jonathan Letts at 3.2, Don Harris at 2.3. Those are county commissioners. Roman Garcia at 1.9, and Rich Pace is at 1.6. And bringing up the rear is Harley Blue at 1.2. And my paid readers give him a 0.5. So there you go. That's some fun stuff. Now, that's not scientific and everything, but that was interesting to do that. We're going to do some other surveys down the road, not really about these kind of council races. That'll be a one-off once in a while. But there's some issues like, what do you think about the eclipse? Is it real? Is it not real? So,
it's not real.
It's not real. Birds aren't real either.
I'll vote on that one.
All right.
Birds are nothing but surveillance robots.
They're surveillance robots, right. And there's people who actually believe that. I mean, they don't get the joke, so.
They're like, finally, you understand.
Finally, you understand. Right. Classified ad, help wanted, by the way. Our friend over at the Kerr Connect, the great and powerful Georgiana Itz, is looking for office volunteers and for drivers. Always looking for drivers. So if you need somebody to help, by the way, if you're a nonprofit and you need to get the word out, just let us know, and we'll try to help out the best. And the other thing too, Mary Muse formally announced that she's retiring after her many years at the.
Congratulations to her.
I thought they named a new director, but I can't find the email.
Too.
I can't find the note about it, so I don't know. I gotta look into that.
Well, Doug is showing off.
Doug is showing off. Doug, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Well, I'm bacheloring it.
You're bacheloring. Yeah.
Here's the thing I like about being a bachelor. One, I can walk around without a shirt on. That's not usually allowed in my house. My wife would like, go put it.
Doug was like, what?
Put a shirt on, please.
His house.
Yeah, put a shirt on. The air conditioner is to my liking.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's always
nice.
always a domestic thing.
Yeah, because women are always freezing.
Yeah.
And we're all. I'm relatively robust, so I get a little sweaty myself. So I like to have a cool home.
That's a good spin.
And I can cook bacon.
Oh, well.
You're not allowed to cook bacon when you're home?
That's a weird rule.
No, Allison hates it.
Okay.
And so does my wife. Doesn't like the smell of food sometimes,
Okay.
So
His wife is
I'm
very
not judging
picky
her, but I
about
like
food.
bacon.
Yeah, right. She's very picky about food. We learned this on our New Orleans trip.
Shirtless and bacon.
Yeah.
I walk in and don't do that together.
I'm getting like Homer Simpson images at this
Oh
point.
yeah, it's great. And somehow, like I was under this belief, like I didn't really destroy the bed. I thought it was her, and really it's me.
Yeah, so the truth comes out.
The truth comes out.
I don't know about you, but in my house, it's definitely me.
It's interesting though. Like I don't know. I mean, like sleeping kind of situation.
I'm like, do I sleep at night?
Yeah.
Or you wrestle.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
What do you do? Are you twitch and you jerk around and
guess
stuff?
so.
I don't know. Yeah. But Doug is here. Doug, there's a lot going on, man. I'm feeling barbecue season already. So
yeah, you hit the nail on the head. We just last week became an official Traeger dealer.
Did you really?
We did.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah. So we've got all the whole Traeger line, and all the way from like a little tailgate grill up to a great big $2,000 massive. This thing is awesome.
I literally just bought my Pit Boss.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Yeah.
If I'd have waited.
You probably got a better deal. Traeger's not cheap, I will tell you, but it is really, really good stuff. Which I wanted to have a quick shout out for Andrew Gay. He's from Waxahachie. Is that how you say it?
I thought he was from Nacogdoches.
He's from Nacogdoches.
Nacogdoches. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrew. I totally misread that. There's a barbecue guy that we're kind of friends with. But anyway. Yeah.
So Waxahachie's up by Dallas, right?
Okay.
And he's East Texas.
I messed that up.
I don't know if he's from Nacogdoches. He went to college in Nacogdoches?
No, he's from Nacogdoches.
Okay.
But
where are you?
Yeah,
well, yeah. Either way, I screwed that up. So
but
sorry.
he might have some Waxahachie. Waxahachie's kind of a cool little town, though. Is that there? I drove by through there.
I had lunch there on my way home Sunday.
Did you really?
Did you? Mm-hmm. Okay, so go to YouTube and check out Meat Church Barbecue.
Church Barbecue. Is he coming to town?
Awesome. No, we're going to try to get him in, but we sell all of his spices and stuff. He does like specific.
Okay.
Yeah, super good. No rub and eggs. But anyway, yeah. So a lot going on. I just wanted to point out real quick. We're closed on Sunday. We're closed on Easter. Not all businesses are, but we want to make sure that we give our folks the chance to celebrate Easter. So we're off on that day. And then the following Sunday is our car show, which I'm sure Julie Davis is going to start talking about in her little revolving list of cool things that are happening next week.
Right.
I don't know. She skips so many people.
I know she does. I heard about that. The radio thing.
Baptist
I heard
church.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be paying for that one.
Right. Yeah.
But today I'm here to show you some cool stuff. We've been requested for quite a while for us to start getting children's clothing, and we started out with infant stuff.
Okay.
And our new girl that we have named Laura is there, and she's doing a bang-up job. And
I saw those little hangers, and I was excited.
Yeah, here's the first one.
Look at that.
I can't see my monitor, so
yeah,
I
you're
can't
there.
tell if I'm on.
You're there. You're on. You're live.
So yeah, a little stinker. That's really cute, and it's like
Let's
a
get that for
little.
Lewis.
It's a little onesie thing. Yeah, we need
I could use a onesie.
large-scale onesie for Lewis. And then if you're into the pearl snaps,
There you go.
if you're into the pearl snaps,
That's a welder in the making, right
I'm
there.
telling you, right?
That's beautiful.
Is that
Those are
awesome or what?
adorable.
And this, I think, is probably the cutest thing I've seen in 20 years. Look at those diaper covers.
Wow.
You can be a Wrangler diaper baby.
Oh my gosh, they have the Wrangler one.
That is
That is
awesome.
funny.
Yep. And then if you want to get the gals all dressed up nice for Easter.
And look how cute that would be with those little Wrangler bottoms.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. I got assistance.
Look at that.
It's perfect. Yep. So, some cool stuff there. And then, of course, you were talking about tourists coming here. This is mega popular for us.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I'm so glad to know you have that.
Very popular. Yeah. And then it comes with. You can buy separate a little hat.
Yeah.
That's
What do they call these hats? I forgot.
It's a bucket hat, right?
Bucket hat. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So.
I always called it a Gallagher hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
that's true. It's a Gallagher hat.
Always.
True. Yeah.
Protect you from watermelons. Yeah.
So anyway, there you go. We got some cool kids clothes
Awesome.
coming.
Do you
and
have
more and
toddler
more.
stuff?
It's coming.
yet.
It's
coming.
coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
just
You
don't
let
have a
me
lot
know.
of space. Yeah.
Let me know when it gets there.
I will. And that's the other thing. Look, for some reason, we have to put it in the men's section. So the ladies section is so full. There's really no room for the baby stuff, which to me kind of makes sense. That's where you put it, but we just don't have room. So
now the women will just go over to the
They'll
men's
just go to the
They'll
men's,
grab
yeah.
something for their
Yeah.
husbands. and-
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
And visitors this weekend was crazy with visitors. I was talking to some folks on
I like
Saturday.
hearing that.
I'm not kidding you. They wandered around that store for 2.5 hours.
Well, there's so much to do.
And they probably didn't see it all.
Yeah, no, they were from Oklahoma. We were just chatting, and they took 2.5 hours. I'm like, man.
Look,
That's awesome.
I want to let you know my grandmother's 97. I'm from Louisiana.
Okay.
The last time she came, she realized, she looked over and she saw Gibson's, and she goes, "Oh my God!" I said, "What, Grandma?" I thought something happened. She said, "I have not seen a Gibson's in years."
Yes, but I am not joking.
We had to go to Gibson's.
We hear it every day.
So
I'm
we
not
could go
kidding
in.
you.
Yes.
We hear it every day, which is great. Yeah, which is great. So.
It is great. I mean, and I took my niece there, and she was like, "This is amazing."
Before or after the state hospital?
It was before the state hospital. So, and she was so thrilled by the Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
I bought her the 4-pack of the Dr. Peppers,
Yeah,
and she
in the
was
glass
just like,
bottles,
"This is life right here." So, yeah, I didn't get her any Dublin stuff, but I'm sure that she would have enjoyed it. So, it is a tourist attraction. So
It is.
Yeah, and we're embracing that. I mean, we're working with Julie. Thank you, by the way. She sent me a link to get us on the 50-year-old business thing from Texas, whatever. Yeah, so we're working on that.
It probably should be a historical monument, quite frankly.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're doing. They're
Yeah.
turning it into
Yeah.
like a little destination on their website when you go to see historical stuff.
That's
So,
neat.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You might want to have like little things in the aisles. Like in 1969, walking through Gibson's was, I don't know, George Strait as a little boy. I mean,
That'd be
all
fun.
right, yeah,
You could do that.
Can you help me with that
Yeah, I was
research?
like, does
'Cause
anyone
I don't
have
time
any
for
of
that
those
research.
answers?
You done opened your mouth?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Figure it out.
Doug, I don't know if you know this, but people always have ideas on things
Yes.
you can do.
Oh, I'm a spin master.
Yeah.
I'd like, that's a great idea. Let me know when you're done with it.
right.
Because I'll throw it right back at you.
What the car show though? Are you going to be open? Is the car show going to be during store hours, or are you still going to do it after store hours?
The store opens at 10, and the car show starts at 10:30. But this is really loose. Like we're calling it a cruise-in. It's not really a car show. There's no judging. There's none of that. It's just like come hang out and see cool cars. That's really what it amounts to. And I think I might have mentioned this before, but I'm only doing it quarterly because I feel like when you do them too frequently, you get the same people over and over, and you get the same cars. So we're doing them quarterly, and then we're inviting car clubs from around the region. So this car show is going to feature the Lotus Club from Austin.
Oh, right.
So a bunch of Lotuses will be there. If you've never seen a Lotus, you should come check them out. They're cool. They're almost like Hot Wheels. They're just little tiny little cars.
I wonder
It's
what
next Sunday?
I wonder what the
Yeah, the
craziest
Sunday after Easter.
I wonder what the craziest car club is. Like, is it like maybe the Ford Cortina Club or the Ford Station Wagon
You got to
Club?
define crazy
I
there.
I was literally
Yeah,
going to say,
yeah.
define crazy.
What
Are we
like,
talking
what-
about how they act, the type of car?
Well, yeah, like people who have sort of like like this, they have an affinity for a certain kind of car. And there's other people they share that affinity with. They're like Volkswagen Bugs is an easy one, right? But how about the people who like Nashes?
The
and
most
things like that?
cult-like one or something?
Yeah.
Well, I know the BMW Isetta is a really funky one. That's when the whole front of the car was a door and it opened up, the little freewheeler
really?
thing. Remember that?
Yeah, interesting.
So those are cool.
I don't know. Chad and I work with a lot of car clubs.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
We
you
just
guys
had the
do.
Fiat
They're all
Club.
pretty
I love it when
crazy about their car. Like in a good way. It's just,
Yeah, I love it when Rolls Royce comes through.
Oh, really?
Who
Man,
doesn't?
those cars.
Yeah. Amazing.
They actually have security that stays at the hotel.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But what about like the Back to the Future car? I think that car show would be
DeLorean?
so
The
boring.
DeLorean?
Yeah,
DeLorean.
DeLorean. I couldn't think of the name.
Yeah.
I think that car show would be so boring because they all
think?
look the same.
They all look the same.
Stainless steel.
Stainless
If they give us rides in them, that would
It's
be fun.
That
boring
would be-
until you step into one that actually works.
Have
It's
you
a
done
time
that?
machine. No.
No,
Oh,
she's
wow.
talking the time machine.
Okay.
You get the
Oh,
flux
well, true.
capacitor
Yeah, you gotta
fired
get the
up.
flux capacitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you been in a
Yeah,
time
good.
machine, Katie?
I have.
Where did you go?
tell you
She's
where
actually
did you go?
250 years old.
I tell you,
Hey, what
I
happens
tell
in
you
the time
one.
machine stays in the time
The
machine.
veterans have the VA has one, for Veterans Day, and they always have an original. Some guy comes up with an original Acura NSX, which is like
amazing cars.
an amazing looking car, and it's like, man, I bet it would be fun. And it's a 6-speed or whatever. It is. I bet it'd be fun to drive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But when I get my Cobra finished, I'll come show
you'll
off.
come show
I'll
it
come
off.
show
All
it
right. All right. Anything else going on over there at the Mighty Gibsons?
off. Well, your wife is not there, so all things are slowed down.
Slow down.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Work
teasing.
is not getting done.
No,
Work is
no, it's
not-
great. No, we're good. Yeah, we're doing really good. Yeah.
Still plants to buy?
Oh, tons of plants. Yeah, I just picked up some bougainvillea the other day, and it's like everything I buy from there in the plant section. And I know I'm biased, but I can't grow mold hardly in the fridge. I do not have a green thumb. But this stuff is just growing like crazy. All
Our
of it.
plants
Yeah.
are doing
I got
awesome this year. We got
Strawberries
forgiveness.
already. I got like 5 strawberries.
Yeah, we have a
Wow.
bunch of
I'm
strawberries.
trying to be.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying
That's
to be
amazing.
patient.
Our
and
serrano
not pick 'em
pepper
too
already
early.
has a pepper on
Yeah,
it.
see,
Oh.
yeah.
Very exciting in our
You
house.
might want to. I'm telling you guys, you grow your own vegetables because California's underwater. You know,
That's
all
right.
those fruits and vegetables are gonna probably be damaged in some way. You know, I was speaking of being biased. I walk when I go back to see my wife. I walk back through the women's side, and I said, "There's some nice looking things in there, right?" And I said, "You should look at those." And sure enough, she came home the other day. She goes, "Yeah, you were right. You know, this is pretty nice looking." And I said, "Yeah." I go, "There's some nice." And she oversees that department, but she was like, "I don't know."
Well, she's too busy with the million things that she's trying to manage all at once.
That's true.
She doesn't really want to go shop in her free time. Yeah.
No, she likes shopping. Don't get me wrong. So
at her
job.
But do your wife work? When I go to Gibson's to see my
right.
Oh,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm crunching. Sorry.
Yeah, I should have brought some peeps.
All right. For whatever reason, my laptop decided to I bumped it somehow and it didn't want to do what it was supposed to do. Okay, let's go over to Chad and to Katie to tell us about EasterFest.
Yes.
What is going on with that?
Yeah, so each year EasterFest is put on by the Leadership Kerr County class, and so our class we're going to have the best EasterFest, of course,
absolutely,
naturally. So this year, every year we choose a donor that's going to be the recipient of all the funds that we raise from the weekend. And this year we chose two. We chose K-Star, who helps to stay and the counseling that they need. So our proceeds are going to be split 50-50 between those two nonprofits. And basically what we're doing is, we're going to start at 10 a.m.
Well, we start at 7 something.
We
in the morning.
start at 7, but gates
the
open.
rest of us show up
Right,
at
the
10.
rest of you.
Yes.
Right.
Andrew will be
10.
there around noon, maybe.
Right. But we're going to have all kinds of fun stuff. So we have tons of vendors. I think there are about 16 vendors that are not food related. So we'll have definitely have food also. We'll have all different kinds of vendors. We're going to have bounce houses. We're going to have a photo booth.
Car show.
Yeah, of course, the car show.
Cook off, of course, because it's in the name.
Yes.
And then the Easter egg hunt. And
last year, the Easter egg hunt was awesome, by the way. It was like a stampede of little kids.
It's pretty crazy.
That's always fun to watch.
Yeah.
So we split them up in 3 ages, so we don't have 16-year-olds trampling over 3-year-olds, and that'll be nice. So there'll be 3 different egg hunts.
And we will have golden eggs. So
Yes.
there are going to be prizes to win, including lots of candy. I shouldn't have said that. Parents might have not brought them.
Right.
For all the candy.
Just let them go bounce in the bounce castle.
But here's
The
the best
parents
part.
want the candy. We get to eat it.
That's right.
True. That's why I had kids, so we can go Halloween. So we're also going to have bands playing out there.
Yeah, we'll have the Carlos and Dan and the Silver Bullet Band at 10:30, and then for the afternoon, we'll have some entertainment in between, and then at 2:30, we're going to have the Time Bandits.
And I know weather is kind of sketchy right now for out there, but we're going to be out there, rain or shine.
Okay, for those of us that were not paying attention, where is this happening?
It's at Flat Rock Park.
Flat Rock
we didn't
Park.
talk about
So
that yet.
where, if you don't know where Flat Rock Park is, first of all, GPS it. Everybody has that.
Should be easy
But the Youth Event Center, Happy State Bank Youth Event Center, it's right behind
Just
there.
behind
Okay.
there.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Along
And
the
actually, if you do go out there, parking is there at Happy State Bank Youth Event Center. So you'll park there, and then you just cross the street behind it, and you can just walk down the hill, and there you are.
Actually,
And the
weather's
best
looking pretty good.
Has it changed?
The rain is on Friday. Saturday's supposed to be cloudy and a high of 72.
Awesome.
That sounds
That's
pretty.
awesome.
That sounds
That's
pretty
good.
good.
That's
It might be
good.
muddy,
And
but
knowing that we're
That's
not
okay.
going to, usually the rain just kind of lately has just like said, see you later. You know,
Yeah, it just
threatens-
passes through anyway.
Yeah, it passes through.
But the best part about all of this is it's free to the
Yes.
public. So come on out, have a good time. We raised money by sponsorships. So, and we still have some sponsorships available too. If you'd like to do that, you can contact us on our Facebook page, EasterFest Kerrville EasterFest cook-off on our Facebook page. Just send us a message if you're still interested in that.
Right.
And we forgot one big thing. There's going to be a giant beer tent. So
wow.
I was going to ask about that.
The parents, you can just have them do the Easter egg hunt, drop them off in the bounce castle to bounce off some of that energy, and come have a beer with us.
Yeah,
listen to some live music.
So. Kim Clarkson is in the chat saying, "Go Katie, go Katie."
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. What is it you guys have learned from Leadership Kerr County?
What I learned is that I didn't know a lot about Kerrville. I thought I did.
But you've been here for a while, though.
I've been here 7 years.
Yeah.
And I thought I knew a lot, but apparently I just knew the surface.
Right.
And I don't know about UK, but leadership helps you dive into the deeper side of things, not just surface level.
Right.
Yeah.
And Katie, what did you learn?
I've lived here my whole life, and I learned quite a bit. And my favorite part of leadership was the tour of the jail, and I think I was the only one.
Really?
Because after
it's the only time you're ever going to get to see it.
Right. Well, and after
Good
that
spin.
class, we had kind of a meeting on the front steps of the courthouse, and everyone was
Right.
That's because they've been
That's
there.
fantastic.
But I'm a true crime lover,
Right.
and so that's right up my
I thought it was
alley.
neat to
and
see because it's not something I would normally get to see.
And we got to see the contraband that was made, and I know obviously some of that is bad, but there was some beautiful artwork. There's some very creative people, and maybe
We're just locked away.
Yeah, just had some bad life choices or something.
It was really neat. We got to see the old jailhouse as well on
Yes.
top of the courthouse.
Yes, we got to go upstairs.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, that was
It's
really
very
neat. If you've never seen it, it's a storage area now,
Yeah.
of course, but that's where they keep all their Christmas wreaths, by the way.
Oh, is that up
Yes.
there? Right.
Yeah. So,
In a jail
but it's really
cell.
neat. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see? Did you witness firsthand how kind of claustrophobic the courthouse actually is, though? I mean, in
Yes.
some ways, it's really small.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I had trouble on those stairwells.
Yeah. Right.
It's a little tight.
It's, as someone mentioned, before we're going through the bonds on that, it's like, well, this is a courthouse designed for 5,000 people, not
Right.
50,000 people. So,
Yeah.
And we're only going to get bigger down the road here. So you guys both had some surprises though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. What's your true crime go-to? What do you, are you
Katie.
a true crime show fictional, or do you like the real true crime?
I used to be a podcast listener.
Yeah. Which one did you go for? Which one did you listen to?
I liked Wine and Crime and My Favorite Murder.
Okay.
My favorite bird.
Isn't there one like
And-
Makeup and Murder or something like that?
Yeah, so
MFM
Bailey
is
Sarian has
hysterical.
a really good podcast also, and she does makeup while she's talking. I don't know how she keeps up with both of
Right.
those at the same time. That's skill.
Doug does a podcast on pop culture.
Oh, it's terrible. Like all 7 of our listeners.
Right.
Is it deflated culture?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, no.
What do you?
Leslie and I should start a true crime one.
Yeah, you
We're
should.
both,
You
true
should.
crime crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be great. We haven't really delved into the true crime stuff here, but it is interesting though to look at. So,
Speaking of true crime, Love and Death was filmed here.
Right.
Some
comes
of
out
it-
this week,
come
right?
out.
It comes out on the 27th
27th.
of this month.
Right.
Yours truly is going to be on it. So,
Are you?
wow.
What,
Yeah.
what is your role?
a filler.
You're just going to be walking
Guy
around.
walking
Very
by.
important role.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But no, I'm in church scene and I am in the counseling, some counseling scenes.
Well, you might have filmed those, but there's the cutting room floor.
I know how that works. Don't deflate me.
I'm not.
He filmed it, so it happened.
Right. Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Which
I have illegal pictures to prove
which
it.
celebrities were here when you got to do it?
Oh shoot!
Elizabeth Olsen?
Thank you.
Wanda. Wanda was here.
Wanda Vision was
Yeah.
here. Wanda, Jason, and I can never think of his last name, but he did the movie Antlers.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen that great movie. If he was on Fargo, where his wife was the TV show Fargo, not the movie,
Right.
where his wife was getting him in all kinds of trouble with like the mafia and all this other stuff.
Are you thinking of Jesse Plemons?
Yes, Plemons.
Right, yeah,
I
right.
can never remember his last
He looks like
name.
Matt Damon. It's weird.
And Lily Rabe.
Okay.
She was on American Horror Story Coven.
Mm-hmm.
She was the one that loved. What's her? I can think of names today.
It happens, man.
It does.
It happens.
Anyway,
you're slipping away.
I'm getting old.
Yeah, I hear you. That's the first
It's
thing.
all the candy.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
know.
it is.
It's all the candy I didn't eat.
I'm surprised we didn't shoot any Love and Death scenes over at Gibson's. That should have been a thing. So.
I was not contacted.
I guess there
it
wasn't
would
a
have been
big
time
shopping
period for sure.
It was right before your time though when they
Yeah.
shot it. Yeah. So
Well, and they were looking for certain things that go with the plot line.
Right,
So maybe there was no shopping in the show.
Guess not.
Well, they were shopping for an axe.
Yeah.
yeah, and they
That
have
would have been the
axe,
place to go.
they have
Yeah, it
axe,
would've been.
they have axes there at Gibson's.
Yeah.
Oh, I could just see. Yeah, absolutely. That would have been easy.
Yeah.
Could have had. We
I
could
did
have.
tell HBO about Gibson's for the
Did you?
record, though.
Did you?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wa-
I
was
talked
it-
to the scout about all the places.
Was the scout looking also at the police station, or was that
He
another?
loved the police station.
Yeah,
He
right.
did, yeah.
Yeah, the police
And
station.
River Hill Mall.
River Hill Mall. That's
He
more of a-
looked at a ton of places.
Yeah,
River
River-
Hill Mall is like a perfect zombie movie mall,
It
isn't
is.
it?
It really is.
It is.
He
Yeah.
looked at a
Absolutely.
lot of places.
Yeah.
He went all over. But those were the two that he was really excited about when he called me.
The greatest mall scene ever filmed, though, still is the Blues Brothers. That's
Yeah.
the greatest. This mall's got a lot of space in it.
We need to get some more film business. That was good.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely,
That was a
absolutely.
good economic boost.
You know, because the thing about the hill country is that it's so unique and it's so like when you see like when I watch movies a lot of times, like I was watching this thing on Netflix the other day and they're supposed to be in Racine, Wisconsin, and you're like, that is not Racine,
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Right.
That's like Sherman Oaks or
Riverside or something.
Yeah.
Riverside. That is not. That is like. I don't think they have. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they have a whole bunch of Mediterranean style houses, with tile
Unlikely.
roofs from the 1920s. But that always drives me crazy. So, but we're so unique here. The scenery is so spectacular. There's got to be. There's probably got to be a true crime story we can turn into a movie. We can finance it through the CVB,
Sure,
through hot
sure.
tax.
Absolutely.
Everyone wants to take a bit of your hot tax. Let's
I'll
take
help you out on that, Julie.
Everyone's always
Right.
willing to help
Right.
spend that money.
Yeah, absolutely. Doug, your podcast. What is your biggest pop culture thing you guys focus on?
I'll be honest with you. I
all over
just
the map?
participate. No, it is all over the map.
Yeah.
Really, I'm
Right.
not kidding. My friend talked me into doing it.
Yeah. Mhm.
He's a retired Coast Guard guy like me, and those are our most popular episodes. And we just talk about the things that happened when we were in the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Because we both
I bet
lived
that'd
through
be neat.
some really transitional times. For example, I was in before females were allowed on ships, and then I lived through the period when they started allowing females on ships, and it changed the whole culture of the
Yeah,
service.
right.
And anyway, so we talk about that kind of stuff and lots of movie stuff. We're both big Quentin Tarantino fans, so we go through all that stuff. And yeah,
What's the
anyway,
best Coast Guard movie? Is it the one with Kevin Costner or the one with Chris Pine?
Well, it's subjective, but I would say the Kevin Costner one. Big Kevin
with
Costner
Ashton
fan.
Kutcher as well.
Yeah,
right?
Ashton Kutcher, yeah.
They're the,
Yeah.
the divers, right?
Yeah, the rescue swimmers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cuba Gooding Jr. was it?
Yeah, I think
Wasn't
he was
he in
it.
one, too?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
The one I actually like is actually they're not even acting. It's Deepwater Horizon when they're in the control room and they get the announcement. I mean, like one of the things that those guys, who was the director on that? He did Friday Night Lights, the TV series, but it's just so precise in how the Coast Guard would act, with that, to get people out there. I mean, they're one of our most important first responders. So.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It was. I mean, him and I both. He's in the medical field,
Mm-hmm.
and we both are very proud of our service, but we're living life forward.
Yeah.
I see people all the time in my store that have hats on, and they're
Coast
well
Guard.
into their 80s,
Right.
And they did 6 months and 4 days in the service. I'm like, man, let it go. Move
Let it
on to
go.
something
Right,
else.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
right, yeah, right.
But they're still, they're just as proud of their service. But
Yeah.
him and I both did 20 some odd years, and we're just like moving on, do
Moving
something
on,
else.
do
Yeah,
something
but
else.
those are popular. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
they're our most popular.
Interesting.
What is your podcast called?
Analog Spectrum is the name of it.
Right.
So, but there is
I'm just curious.
there's zero direction to this thing.
Right.
He started it, and he's like, "Oh man, you got to do this with me." I'm like, okay, so once a week
Let's go,
I trudge
let's
to San
talk.
Antonio, and yeah. So
Remind me not to have him promote anything.
No. I'm not
He's like, you
promoting
don't
this.
really want to.
I didn't. Yeah, he first of all he caught me off guard with this, but second of all, I'm telling you, I'm just warning people if you go and check it out, it is mild.
Now I want to listen.
Right?
It might
That's
work.
what
There you go.
Now, Chad, you should.
And there is swearing, so just to let you
it's
know.
okay. It's all right. Every once in a while, we got yesterday into the term raw dogging, so
Okay.
didn't know that was a thing, but now I do.
Wow.
Chad, what would your podcast on?
Yeah, podcast it up, Chad.
My podcast?
Yeah, what would your podcast be about?
Oh, I Entertainment, probably.
Entertainment.
I mean, I've been in the radio business for 13-something years, and that's what I know.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
I've only been in the hotel industry for almost 10 years, so my radio still outlasts my...
Do people listen to hotel industry podcasts?
I mean,
there's some good stories to tell.
You would be surprised
Yeah,
what stories I could tell.
I was going to say, it depends on how revealing you're willing to be.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hotel horrors is what I call it. There you go. All right, let's make it happen.
There
Already
it is.
done.
See?
Y'all going to help me with it, right?
They already got roped into one, so leave me out of this, and you don't want me promoting it, that's for sure.
How to destroy the hotel business in 5 minutes with Chad Forty. Katie, you do true crime, you think? Would you do a true crime podcast?
Probably true crime. I also have this Wine Wednesday group of friends. We live all across the U.S., and every Wednesday at 7, we group chat and we press play on a movie at the same time, ready, set, go style.
Right.
And we text each other back and forth about the movie, about the, I think that would be really interesting to do it as a podcast, like live as we're watching the movie.
Like a reaction type thing, right?
Because our banter is
pretty good.
It's pretty good.
How do y'all pick the movie?
Yeah. What movie did you do?
We rotate. We go alpha order based on first name, and we rotate. And so right now, like last week, we watched Twilight.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Which, watching it now after having, had such separate... I mean, it's a terrible movie.
Oh, it's awful.
Like, it's horrible.
Yeah.
And it was... I know.
That's sarcasm for those people that can't see Julian's face. Yes.
There's a prequel coming out now.
What?
I had not heard.
I saw this.
Is that that's not necessary?
Maybe it was
I
an
had
April
not
Fool's
heard.
joke.
It could have been.
My daughter was shamed
Let's
in
hope.
reading those books, and like when I'm at home, I always hear these. Allison, you should be reading something else, kind of stuff from.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really neat idea.
It's really fun. We love it.
Yeah.
We've
So,
done it for 5 years
How
now,
horrible
so.
was the Twilight? Because you think about that cast, right? I mean, you've got like. Well, I mean, they're what's her name? Who plays the main?
Kristen Stewart.
You know what?
She's
I'm
done
sorry.
some things.
Breaking news. I mixed up movies.
Did you?
It's Hunger Games that has a prequel coming
Oh,
out.
okay. I'll watch that.
Don't know how I did that, but I did.
No, that's
so
okay.
sorry,
Same
everyone.
era.
Yeah, Hunger Games doesn't work without what's her name in it. So.
It's 67 years before.
Oh, really?
Oh,
So
interesting.
you see Snow in his younger days.
Younger days,
I read all of that, but still mixed up the movie.
Right.
So it's like,
Right.
sorry, I thought I should clear the air.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Taylor Lautner almost didn't make the second and third movie.
Really?
He had to bulk up for his newer alpha wolf things, and he actually thought about not doing it
because it was so much work.
Because it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
That is a lot of work, yeah.
Yeah, some of those guys that do that stuff, I mean, it's brutal. You read some
I
of the
think
things.
a girlfriend movie podcast would be fun. Wine
Wednesday.
Wine Wednesday. So you had Twilight. Was there a lot of negative comments though? I mean, a lot of Robert Pattinson stuff. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about how, every reaction that what is the character's name?
Edward.
Thank you. I was like, Team Jacob, team.
Every Edward reaction to
Clearly
something
was
that
Jacob.
Bella does, we were like, oh, he's constipated again.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it looks
That's
like.
right.
Like, I don't know what face he was trying to make, and I don't know what the director was telling him, but it did not convey.
Well, at least he makes faces, because Bella doesn't make
that's true.
any
Yeah,
face
she
at
just
all.
scrunches her nose, and that's
to
it.
me, that's in any movie she's in.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not.
This could be our podcast. This is what Tony and I
we
do.
go.
Right.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all we do.
Have some guests.
And then go
So
off
you-
on trails
so-
like, they were in this movie with so and so, and then we just play. What is that?
7 Degrees to
7
Kevin
Degrees
Bacon.
to Kevin
Yeah.
Bacon.
yeah, somebody, he was
We're
in
totally
Tim
doing
Bacon,
that.
right.
You guys are coming on my podcast. You're coming on. You can zoom in. Don't worry.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. I like that idea. My daughter just finished watching Daisy Jones and the Six, which is on Amazon Prime. And she read the book, and so she screams at the TV the whole time.
Oh, because it's not the same. Yeah. It's
so
never the same.
It's never the same. So they're going to make a Harry Potter series.
Yes.
HBO is going to do
Really?
it, apparently. Yeah. They're going to redo the books, which is good because I think the movies sell the books short sometimes a little bit. So
Well, there was
we'll
no
see.
way to put all that into
I know,
a
that's a
movie.
lot.
There's way too much detail.
They were already long movies.
It'd be another Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Right.
4 hours long.
Yeah.
I was thinking about you yesterday, Lewis, when we watched, my wife and I, she had never heard of the film, so we watched Charlie Wilson's War.
Oh, God, yeah.
She had never heard of it.
That's a terrific.
Yeah, so we watched it. And Philip Seymour Hoffman was
fantastic.
Totally stole the show in that. Tom Hanks was almost a nobody for me
watching
it. Yeah.
There's two reasons to watch that movie. I'm going to say Philip Seymour Hoffman was really excellent in that movie. I don't really care for Julia Roberts, but she was really good in that one too.
Yeah, she was.
And then Emily Blunt's in that one too. So Tom Hanks, not so much. But what's amazing about that movie though is the very end of it when he gives his sort of assessment of like, well, congratulations, now the crazies are in charge. And that's what, kind of looking back at that U.S. involvement, how there was going to be no money spent if it wasn't for Charlie Wilson.
Yeah, no, exactly. It was very foretelling as well as what actually did happen after that.
The book, by the way, is I've read 2 books on the Afghan War and, that period, and every single book is like, really? You thought that was a good idea to give these guys Stinger missiles? Oh my God. And the CIA had no idea how many they'd given them, I mean, and all these guys run around, trying to negotiate with these guys who are basically living in mud huts and stuff. I mean, it's so funny. It writes itself at times, our reactionary politics at the time, but, the rule of unintended consequences. So there you go. All right. Unintended consequences today. Julie Davis, what did you learn today? What did you learn today, Julie?
Everyone has great podcast ideas.
Okay.
There's plenty of Easter egg hunting to do this weekend.
Yes.
I don't even know why we're doing our own Easter egg hunt at home because
what?
we should just go.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Right.
What?
I quit.
Yeah.
You think I should still do one at home when there's like 80 to go to on Saturday?
Oh, I thought you said you were doing one at home.
Yeah.
Oh no, I said why? Well,
why should you do one? Right. Yeah.
I'm saying why should I even bother putting in the work?
Right.
But we have to have one on like you have to wake up and do it on Sunday.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're going to do
But
my kids on
she'll
Sunday
have
too.
double.
Yeah.
Your little human that lives at your house, he expects the lolly to
I don't
deliver.
know because he's 4. I don't know if he remembers before yet.
Oh,
like,
he
I'm
does.
not sure.
He does.
He's going to do it this year.
He's going to remember that. He knows.
Yeah.
He remembers that Lolly's got some stuff hiding for him. So
yeah. So. And my sister, her kids come, so that makes it fun. Well, we actually normally go to my sister's, but this year it got flopped last minute to my house, which is why I have no food and I'm not prepared. Right. But
perfect.
It'll come together.
Perfect. Katie, what did you learn today?
Oh my gosh, I don't like being put on the spot.
All right, you're done. You're fine.
Learn that everyone should come to Kerrville Easter.
Yes, everyone should come.
EasterFest. Yes, there you go.
It's hard to be put on the spot, though. I totally understand.
Chad, what did you learn today?
EasterFest, of course.
You guys are good.
And go listen to Gibson's podcast over here.
Yeah. Well,
Gibson's would probably have a good podcast too.
We thought about that.
I already
and
forgot
the idea is still brewing.
We're going to do a live show from Gibson's here at some point.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna make it either in the gun section or out with Patrick out in the outside. So, and then finally, Doug, what did you learn today?
I learned that Julie Davis likes robin eggs, and
I do.
We've sold out.
I've eaten a whole packet.
Yeah, we've sold out.
You've sold out?
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. They're robin eggs.
They
don't last.
This is really all I should eat.
Have you sold out of Peeps?
Oh, yeah, we still have Peeps. There's some of those are left.
Who eats Peeps?
Oh, I do.
Do y'all?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
We got them. We still got Peeps. We still got lots of Easter
Peeps
candy.
and candy corn. I don't like.
Yeah, I can't do either of those.
Yeah, my younger brother can we throw Peeps at him, and he.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't really eat them.
It's like from
now.
Bonsai. Just throw
Yeah.
I have to buy them for my daughter every year. She expects them even at 26.
I have made a s'more with a Peep,
Yeah.
and that was really good.
Actually, I've had a chocolate dip Peep before, and that's pretty good too.
Yeah.
So
And I get them for Emerson.
they're basically just crusty marshmallows.
Marshmallows
They
covered in
are,
sugar.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, in that
What
case.
is wrong? What is wrong with sugar covered in sugar?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. What I learned today is that EasterFest is coming up on Saturday. You're going to want to get to all those events.
What time does it start? 10
a.m.
10 a.m. And we'll
go until 5.
We've got things to do today. We've got stuff to do today. We've got stuff to work on. Again, thanks for joining us here. Tomorrow, Rachel Fitch will be here. It'll be a wonderful Wednesday. Now, next Tuesday on this show, on this time, we will be having our first ever Spring Fling fashion show.
Have you tried on your clothes yet?
I've not
You
tried.
need to get over there and do it because I did mine.
Yeah,
I did mine.
So we'll have our we have a huge lineup of
next
folks
Tuesday.
next Tuesday. Yes. So
Awesome. one.
Julie prepared.
I also learned that Dalton is a listener.
He is.
Dalton.
He has a stash of Robin.
With some follow through.
That was awesome. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.
No holding back, no stepping stones, no broken promises, no busy tones. Just what it takes, just make believe.